Martin Luther King devoted his life to serving others, and in the midst of the civil rights movement, he found solace in uplifting those around him.
He had incredible talents. He could have used those talents for personal gain, but he didn't. He spent his whole life in service of the greater good, strengthening community, helping those who struggle the most.
Service is rooted in humility and recognizing the inherent value in others. It's not just about grand gestures. In Albany, Flonzina Halzlip-Moore and her soup kitchen embody the meaning of service.
Dr. King said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? My great-grandfather was pastor here in the 1940s, but it was mostly my grandmother and my mother who helped start the soup kitchen and food pantry. Their goal was to help others. We were poor, they were poor, we was poor, but they wanted to help people. It meant early mornings. It meant going to the grocery store, making sure you had enough, because the point was, it doesn't matter how many would come in, you had to make it work. If we ran out, we ran back and got peanut butter. We were feeding them, but we also wanted to provide them with a sense of community. For the lifetime of the soup kitchen, we fed over 30,000 meals. We do like 400 a month, and it's growing. The kitchen in this church has been feeding people for over 195 years. We have fed the people who traveled through on the Underground Railroad, including Harriet Tubman, to the families in the community we serve today.
Israel African Methodist Episcopal Church has a long history as a sanctuary. Located in Albany, this church was an essential stop on the Underground Railroad, which traveled from the south to New York City, up the Hudson River to Albany, and finally to Freedom in Canada.
We don't know exactly how many people passed through with Harriet Tubman, but they're hiding places in the church because, of course, the whole point of the Underground Railroad is that you stay under the radar.
Underneath the church, there's a tunnel that Harriet Tubman would take the slaves through, led to the Hudson River, which was nearby. From there, the slaves would go north for freedom.
Harriet Tubman would oftentimes have to pull out her gun and tell slaves who were afraid that I will shoot you, but you are going to continue on this path to freedom. Her understanding of the evils of slavery propelled her. She didn't have regard for her own safety. She could have made a trip and she could have said, I'm done. I don't think that most people act alone. We know Harriet Tubman didn't act alone. And while Flonzina Halzlip is the director of the soup kitchen, we know that there's an entire network of people.
This is how we do it.
We can't be like Dr. King, go out there, have a speech on Washington. I know I am not gonna be on that level, but I'm on my level with, we can make a difference. It could be giving a person a bottle of milk. It could be giving them a dozen of eggs. And to me, that's change. You made a difference.
None of us can be passive in this life. We can't just sit on our bottoms and celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day without being compelled to take action.
Dr. King said, everyone can be great because everyone can serve.
And we're done.